What's going on, guys? It's Afraidnot, and this is episode number 2 of a Q&A. I haven't done one now in about 2 months was the last one. I've done it over some Black Ops 2 gameplay. It got really good feedback. I really enjoyed doing it, so I've got a lot more subscribers since that video, and yeah, I just wanted to do another one. Now, in the background, you've seen some Battlefield 4 gameplay. Now, I believe this is the first Battlefield 4 gameplay I've uploaded the full gameplay for. Well, I say full, but it's heavily edited, so I've cut out all the deaths. Like when you die on this game, especially Domination and Conquest, it normally takes quite a while for it to for you to respawn, so I've cut all that out. Anyway, moving on swiftly, our first question in is by the Inner Circle, and he says, I was hoping on getting a shout out. Well, this is kind of a shout out, so here you go, buddy. But oh well, what is your favourite thing about Ghosts and Worst? Well, nothing like getting this video started with a controversial subject. Right, the best thing, connection by far. I think the connection on Ghosts is unbelievable. I'm so happy they've actually improved it. Dedicated servers obviously works. For me, the best thing about Ghosts is definitely the connection. Unfortunately, the worst thing about Ghosts for me is that there's just no fun factor. I get bored playing it. I can't sit there for long sessions and play it like I have done previous Call of Duties, and that's including Black Ops 2, which is a game that I didn't really like. But yeah, the fun factor from Call of Duty is gone. I don't know if that's just me, but it seems to be everyone. Every video I've watched so far, they've all said the same thing. It's very slow paced, very campy. Not my type of style of game. But yeah, that for me would be the worst, unfortunately. The next question is from Teddy Shane, and he says, hey man, just started up YouTube. Do you have an Xbox One, and maybe we can play and do dual comms? Yes, we can play together. I do have an Xbox One. My gamer tag is the same as my YouTube name. It's Afraidnot. The O in the not is the number 0. So I know a lot of people get confused by that, but yeah, that's it. It's the number 0, not the letter. With regards to dual comms, I haven't actually done one yet, as you probably noticed if you've been subscribed for a little while. I haven't done any dual comms with anyone yet. It's not that I don't want to at all. Maybe it's something that if you've got a good idea, a good topic that we want to talk about, you can add me on Skype. My Skype is Afraidnot1, again with a 0, but just with a 1 on the end. So if you want to add me on Skype, we can talk about it, then yeah, feel free to do that. The next question comes from Thunder Gamer HD. Subscribe to him, very good channel. Awesome, 500 subs. Who is your favourite YouTuber? Okay, I'm going to split this question into 2 parts, one for over 100,000 subscribers and one for under. My favourite YouTuber with over 100,000 subscribers is definitely Thunder. 402 Thunder 402. He is by far the person that I will always watch. I will drop everything just to watch his videos. I think he's a great guy. I think he's got brilliant commentary, brilliant gameplay. What he does for smaller YouTubers is admirable, and I think what he does for smaller YouTubers is just really good. He promotes smaller channels. He lets them upload onto his second channel, which has got about 60,000 subscribers. So yeah, no, all around great guy. My second favourite YouTuber, which what I say second favourite, the next favourite YouTuber, which is under 100,000 subscribers, is definitely Fredo. Fredo is a guy who I've recently started watching, not really too long. I think probably a couple of months I've been watching him, and I started off, I didn't really like him too much. Thought he was a bit too controversial. I thought he was a bit outspoken, but after watching a good few of his videos, I agree with almost everything he says. I just think and I love someone who would just say things as it is, and he's definitely that guy. I have massive respects into people like that, people who are honest up front, know where you stand with them. But yeah, he's just someone else who I definitely drop everything just to watch his video. His podcast at the moment, a weekly series, really enjoying that at the moment. You're getting some good guests on there. Eddie the Chump is someone who I've never heard of before the podcast, but again, he's a really good guy. He's actually from the UK. Yeah, so Fredo would be my number 2. Next up is my boy LBG. He's got a question, and he said, Afraidnot, where do you see yourself on YouTube in the next 2 years? That's my question to you. Thank you for the question. I don't know. How can you predict? If you'd have asked me that probably sort of 5 months ago when I just started, where would you see yourself in 2 years? I'd probably say about, maybe about 100, 150 subscribers, something like that. But that kind of was short-lived, and now I'm sitting here on 600. So, I mean, how can you guess? At the moment, I'm enjoying it so much. It's been a really, really good journey. If I carry on the rate I'm going, I mean, I don't know. I'm not very good at maths, so I don't know. But 2 years is quite a long time. I don't know if YouTube or and the whole scene of gaming is still going to be here, so hard to predict. I'm sorry, it's a bit of a cop-out answer, but I don't know. Junior Syndicate Fan 9, he asks, how old are you? I'm actually 23, but I'm 24 this Friday, so wish me a happy birthday on Friday, guys. The next question comes from Autumn Noobs Camping Corner, great name. He asks, what do you think of quickscopers and trick shotters? Another slightly controversial topic, eh? Right, quickscopers, what do I think of quickscopers first? I think they are players who abuse the glitch in the system of the aim assist. I think that there isn't really that much skill in it. I mean, I've picked up snipers before and I can quickscope just as well as most of these phase, boys. I think if you can pull off a good feed, then it's really lucky. I really do. I'm sorry if you don't share that same opinion. I just think it's really lucky. It is just abuse of the aim assist system that Call of Duty actually implies. And trick shotters, I just don't see the point of them. Like, I've seen some montages, and some of the trick shotters, I think, whoa, how do people come up with this kind of thing where they, you know, do YY, knife the air, quick scope in the air, and then no scope? Like, I just don't know. I don't know how people actually come up with the idea in the first place. They're annoying as fuck to have on your team, especially if you're like me and you care about the objectives, care about winning. But yeah, that's my thoughts of it. I know it's not going to be very popular. Afraidnot, is Ghostport Gamer the most awesome person on YouTube, or was he just insanely sexy? Both? SCHEB, he asks, Afraidnot, what is South London like? Well, it's cold in the winter, warmish in the summer, I suppose. No, I'm just playing. It's a concrete jungle, mate. It's council flats, charity shops, job centres, all that kind of good thing. It's home. The next question comes from John PC Gaming. He asks, what is your favourite part about doing YouTube? What are your hobbies outside of YouTube? Okay, to answer the first question, it is just the feedback, the general feedback, the likes, the comments, the fact that I can just be myself, talk about the things that I want to talk about, which I can't really talk about with other people that I actually know in real life because they're not as much of a gaming enthusiast as what I am. That is probably my favourite part of it, is purely just the feedback, the likes and the comments and all that kind of thing. Hobbies outside YouTube, going out, drinking with friends, pretty much the normal kind of things that you would expect a 23-year-old from London to do. Duke Silver, he asks, I'd like to know what your wife/girlfriend thought when you approached her about making YouTube videos, and he also asks, what is your end goal with YouTube and what do you hope to gain from doing this? Okay, to answer the first question, she is my girlfriend, she's not my wife. She is the mother of my child, or my child to be, but she is very, very supportive in everything that I do. Anything I talk to her about, she's very interested. Yeah, no, she was very, very cool about it. She knew that at the time, before all this happened with regards to my baby coming, I had the money and I could spend out and do whatever I wanted to do, and she was just fully behind me. I think she prefers the fact that I'm indoors rather than out drinking every night. Not very healthy, I know, but I think that's what she prefers. My end goal, that is a very good question, because this is something I've never actually thought about. My end goal, hopefully it would never come to an end. I hope that this is something that I could probably do for the rest of my life, you know. Not really the rest of my life as such, but you know, all the time I'm interested in gaming, all the time I'm interested in communicating with everyone who's interested in gaming, all that kind of thing. I'd like to think that that is not really going to be the end, but what do I hope to achieve? I just don't know, you know, because like, you look at the big guys, you look at, you know, 1 million subscribers, 2 million subscribers, and you think that is well out there. That is something that is, I personally think, for me, would be impossible to achieve, especially because of the time that I started, maybe. I mean, if there was an achievement that could be had, maybe the fact that I could use this as a doorway to get into another job. Like, I don't want to do YouTube as full-time. That's something that, I'm a bit of a secure person. I like to know that I've got my money definitely coming in at the end of the month, so I'm always going to have a desk job, a sales job, all that kind of thing. But I'd love to get into something like get into marketing, maybe for a publisher, maybe for a developer, just to market the product, maybe market a game. That's the kind of thing I like to do, and having a YouTube background with so many subscribers is, I think personally, would be a great thing to have in your CV. Shows that you can communicate with people, that you can advertise. Yeah, so maybe that will be probably ultimately the end achievement, to maybe have a career change maybe later on down the line, but again, that's all early days at the moment, so it's a very, very good question. Thanks for asking. Next up is Aguides, one of my oldest subscribers. Which one are you enjoying the most, the Xbox or the PS4? Quite an easy one. Xbox One definitely for multiplayer gaming, and single player definitely the PS4. So hopefully that kind of answers both. But ultimately the better console, I can't tell between them, purely because I think PS4 is a better console technically, but I have more fun on the Xbox One purely because all my friends are on there. So next question from Jamie X's HD. Can we do a live stream together? Yeah, by all means, when I do a live stream, I'll reach out to you, I'll let you know. Right, we've got 3 questions here from oW-iToxic, and what would your dream sponsor be? E.g. Monster, Red Bull, etc. Now, if we're talking drinks, definitely Lucozade. I love the Lucozade pink stuff, the pink lemonade. I know it's a bit girly, but I really love that stuff at the moment. Out the new games coming out for the Xbox One and PS4, which are the top 3 games you are looking forward to doing a Let's Play on? Now, I haven't really decided what games I'm going to be doing a Let's Play on. Probably Titanfall, maybe not the single player, just the multiplayer. I don't know if that's, it's not really a Let's Play, is it? But Watch Dogs definitely. Destiny, the single player, looks really good. And maybe something like Tom Clancy's new game. Oh, forget what it's called. The Division, that was it. That looks like a really good game. Looks like something that I could do a Let's Play on. So yes, I'm looking forward to that one coming out. And finally, how did you come up with your name? It's a bit of a funny story really, because I was working in recruitment at the time, and everyone in the office was taking the mick out of me, because every time anyone said anything that I didn't agree with, I'd say, oh, I'm ever so sorry, I'm afraid not. And it just kind of got stuck with me. People in the office were saying, oh, you're afraid not, you're afraid not, and it just stuck really. So it's quite a funny story, but yeah, that's how I come up with the name. I thought I'd just put my gamer tag as it, and here we are today. My good friend Handy, he asks, will you do a vlog soon? I don't know. Again, this is a bit of a cop-out answer. I have been thinking about it. I might do it if I get to 1k. That's probably the best option. It's going to be a milestone video if I am going to do one, but I won't randomly do one, no. But as I say, for a milestone video, certainly possible. The Spartan Kids asked, do you watch football or soccer? Yes, I am a massive football and soccer fan. Here in the UK, they're both exactly the same thing, so but I don't watch NFL, so if that makes any sense. Yes, I enjoy football, and yes, I enjoy soccer, because in my eyes, they're exactly the same thing, but I don't watch NFL, so hopefully that answers your question. The next question is from Pablo BT. Can you do a commentary with your favourite 3 assault rifles, submachine guns, snipers, for Battlefield 4 and Call of Duty Ghosts? That's actually a very, very good idea. I was thinking maybe I'll do the Battlefield series, get that finished first, and then go over my favourite ones. But yeah, definitely is an option, especially for Call of Duty Ghosts, because I didn't want to go through all them guns. I know a lot of people will then really start to associate me with someone like JX23, and a lot of people do it anyway. So for Call of Duty, yes, definitely I can have that sooner, but the Battlefield one might be a little while. Hopeless0YT, he asks, how long have you done YouTube? I've been doing YouTube now, I think since September, so what's that, 5 months? So 5 months I've been doing it for. I have a question from my evil twin, only joking, Afraid So. He asks, what is your favourite TV show and music? Now, currently, at the moment, I'm enjoying The Walking Dead, and I'm enjoying The Big Bang Theory. They're my 2 favourite TV shows. I don't tend to watch a lot of TV, so it has to be, in my opinion, really good for me to sort of catch my attention. Music-wise, I like everything, but at the moment, I think my favourite band, if you want to talk rock music, is Linkin Park. I absolutely love Linkin Park, love the new album, can't wait to hear. I think they're announcing a new one this year, so Linkin Park is my favourite band. Music wise, I like trance, dance, and just house music. House music is a very, very good favourite of mine. So yeah, hopefully that answers all your questions. Mr. MCGXD, he asked, will you do a gaming setup? Again, just like the vlog, it's going to be like a milestone video, and maybe do it for 700 if I get there. If I get to 700 or 800 subscribers, I'll do a gaming setup video. Maybe that's an option. So yeah, definitely a possibility. And the last question of the video, and certainly not the least, is by my good friend Mr. Naztastic, and he asks, if you was a sheep, what colour would you be? Really, Naz, as a Welshman, that you want to ask me what colour sheep I'm going to be? I'm going to be boring, and I'm going to pick a colour that is not so obscure so I don't get noticed in the field, so I'm going to go with white. Hopefully I blend in with the other sheep, and hopefully you won't find me in the fields. Anyway guys, that brings us to the end of our 2nd episode of our Q&A. I hope you enjoyed. If you did, please leave a rating, and if you haven't already, please subscribe, and I'll see you guys on the next one. Take care.